I'm Jen,
I'm Coco.
and
This
this
is Gypsy Talks with Jen and Coco. I think we nailed that.
I think we did pretty good.
Are you ready to debrief our tarot card reading?
Sure.
I'm excited. So, this week we had a guest. And what was her name? Because that's also the best.
Sharon Moon.
Sharon Moon. And she is a psychic tarot card reader, correct? Does she have an official title?
I'm going to pull it up so that we can give her the proper
The credit that she deserves.
She is a psychic.
Okay. And how do you know her?
So it says on her website that she's actually a gifted, intuitive tarot card master and psychic.
How did you know her?
So my second mom, Karen, was friends with her, and she introduced me to her. And I've known her since, well, she mentioned today all three of my husbands. So I've known her for quite a long time.
So this recording, we did a phone call with her because she no longer lives in Colorado.
Let's rewind a little bit. So the reason why we decided to do this is Coco recently had a tarot reading done at a local restaurant. And so we thought that it would be fun to dive into that a little bit more. So my experience with psychics lended to getting Sharon because I've seen two psychics in my life, and one of them I've seen since I was 16, and then Sharon. So
Okay.
my mom, major believer in that kind of thing and ghosts and all of the things. And so she started taking me to a psychic when I was 16.
What a cool mom.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't believe in it and she was just like, you're going to try it out anyway.
Yeah.
And the restaurant was my first real tarot. And who knows if it was it felt real. But it was a reading, and then I texted Jen because I know she does this, and I was like, we need to do this on the pod. But secretly, I just wanted your contact so I could have private sessions. Well, please excuse the if there's bad volume or sound quality. We had some technical difficulties on the phone. But
severe technical.
Severe. But it still worked, and she was very patient with us.
Yeah.
So you went first because you knew her, and I was like, I don't know how to do this. Yeah.
So I'll say, with the changes in my company that have been happening, I was kind of just wondering what I feel like whatever I do next after I leave this company, if I have to leave this company, that's probably the last job that I'll have. We kind of talked about this in the toxic workplace episode, but I am a creature of, I like the same thing. I don't like doing the same thing every day, but I like having the same workplace and the same people, and I don't like change.
Like expectations.
No, I just don't like to meet new people. I hate getting new jobs. I just don't like it. So I just wanted to know what direction I should be going in that. And the things that she was pulling was a field that I've always wanted to be in, but I've been extremely intimidated to be part of.
Why is that?
So it was to be a victim advocate.
Did she know this, or this was something that just out of the blue she confirmed that because it was in your head?
She knew that I used to volunteer at the suicide prevention agency because Karen and I knew each other through there. So I knew Karen in those arenas. And so Sharon knew that I had volunteered there, but we've never before had a conversation about me wanting to be an advocate in any way, shape, or form.
That's crazy.
So
how does that make you feel?
I mean, I've always been intrigued by the idea of doing it, but at the same time, I feel like I've done it in some capacity at the agencies that I volunteered at. Because I've volunteered in 3 forms of advocacy.
So she confirmed that that's an interest of yours, but
Yeah.
did that like light up and solve your concerns and questions? After she said that, how did you feel?
The one thing that you always have to be careful of when you're meeting with someone like that is that you don't let it dictate life choices. It's meant to be a guide for you, but not drop everything you have and go do this job. You have to weigh it. But it was something that intrigued me, and I would maybe think to pursue it in a way that I hadn't previously probably thought about it.
Yeah, just look into it and
Yeah.
see. But then she also talked about what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm. And she said that I could continue to make what I'm making in the accounts receivable land, but that I would have to work in the county that I work in or down in the metro area.
And that's a commute.
It is a commute.
So something that I thought was very interesting and very like spooky, the first spooky was that, I don't mean that in a weird way, but was that you should look to work in the county that I work in.
Yeah, which is like a completely random county that's an hour away.
Hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, just so random.
What are the chances? And a bit, I mean, I commute and maybe that's a thing that she just knows, but that was weird.
I don't think she knew.
No, we didn't tell her, but in my mind, I was like, I could probably get Jen a job, but I don't know what it would be, and I don't know who she'd work for, and now I know a lot of people, and I don't want you to be subject to people I don't like, so.
Well, I might hit you up for that.
I'll let you
Push
know.
comes to shove.
But that's what I also really liked about yours, was she gave you timelines.
Yeah, she did.
Was that helpful for you?
It was nice, but the thing that I've been working on the past couple of days is, well, I've
Just
been working
days?
on it in therapy,
Okay.
but having to really focus on is you can't freak out about things you can't control.
Yes.
And I am such a control freak, but in this situation, I don't have any control. I don't have any clue whatsoever of what is going to happen, and I have no way to control the ship. I just am chilling.
Just doing what they tell you to do.
Yeah. I'm the guy that's on the watchtower of the Titanic. You know, when he's up there and he's like, oh, we're coming to an iceberg. And he can't do anything because he's in the tower.
Yeah.
That's me. So it was nice for her to give me that so that, like, in my head, even though it may not even be accurate at all, I can set expectations. And it was pretty close to what I was thinking as far as timelines go.
Well, that's nice.
So we did that part with the professional part. And then my mom, like I said, was a major believer. And she has always come forward anytime that I've seen either Sharon or Vera. She was always there and she always had things to say. And today it was kind of crazy because she said that she was disappointed that I don't travel as much as she thought I should or something.
I think you didn't hear Sharon say this, but I think your mom said she wants you to see the world. Did you hear that part?
Yeah, for her.
Okay.
But I have been talking about traveling a lot more in the future. And so it was kind of crazy that that was a thing that came up because I just got my passport, and not that I couldn't have ever gotten it before, but now it's like I could really go anywhere I wanted to go.
Did your mom like to travel when she was with us? Did you go on trips and stuff?
We used to live on the East Coast, and we didn't really travel when we lived there. And when we lived here, we only went to Nebraska, Iowa, North Dakota, just to family because we didn't have a lot of money.
But did she talk about wanting to see the world? Or I'm just trying to see where that came from. Or if, obviously she's around, she sees you talking about it, thinking about it, making decisions.
We went to Canada together and she really liked it. But we never really talked about her traveling because she just always wanted to be in the mountains. That's just all she wanted.
Mm. So I've known you for more than 8 years at this point, we figured
Mm.
out. And I've never seen you get emotional. And I know we talked about this in another episode, but when you said, can you talk to your dead people? And of course, Sharon was like, your mom's here. And I just picture your mom was just like, me next, me next. Like, I want to talk to her. And when she's like, I got her, Jenny, you just started crying.
Yeah.
No one would know that except me because you're a very gentle, silent, graceful crier. And talk to me about that.
I think, I mean, the thing about having it, like, I'm going to use Chris and I as an example because he's a partial believer in this stuff. I have not talked to Sharon since I've been with him, so he's never met her. But I don't know if he believes that you can talk to, like, deceased family. And so the thing that's always comforted me is, like, that I feel that I can do that because my mom is such a believer and she's always shown up. I've never been in a situation where she hasn't come through or whatever. So,
Well, yeah, she's got front row tickets to the Jen show.
yeah. So it's comforted me that I feel like in some way I still have the ability, not like I would call a psychic every day to just talk to my mom.
Hi, Mom.
But I don't know. It's just that there's still some way.
It brings you comfort. You didn't really answer. Talk to me about the emotion.
Oh, because I cry about my mom. If I'm not joking about it, like, say if we were taking a break and I was scrolling on Insta and for some reason all of these dead mom support groups are coming up, maybe I have a problem. I don't know, but all these dead mom support groups are coming up and if I'm reading them, I will fucking lose it.
So that's your soft spot. And
Yeah.
I don't ever really bring up, you always bring up your mom. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe because I don't know her, and also I'm uncomfortable and awkward 24/7, and I don't know when to laugh or be like, they're there. But that's why we still have growth in our friendship.
No, it's so hard with a deceased parent because everybody expects your world to keep going. And I was reading something the other day that was like, especially for females who have lost their mom, because you have a biological bond with them, and the things that you experience after losing them are actual biological things. And it was crazy the things that it listed that I've never thought of that have happened since she died that I would have never attributed to her dying. And so you live in a world where everybody thinks you should be moving on, but you're literally feeling the loss of somebody.
Yeah, physically.
Yeah. I mean, I used to get yelled at. Not like
by your mom?
Not that Sharon was like yelling at me, but I used to still get in trouble when I would go to Sharon, and I was like, when I was still living with my second husband to third husband
in your bad girl era. Okay.
She was like, you need to get your shit together.
But what's crazy and what I love, because I think having my reading done for the first time too, I noticed this, is Sharon never met your mom. Mm-hmm. Never knew her personality, never knew anything about her, what she sounded like, looked like, anything.
Yeah.
And you're telling me right now that like Sharon comes through with her personality traits.
Yeah. The things that she says or that has always said to me are in the manner or the way that my mom would say things that not anybody would know besides my family. My mom she was cool, but she was kind of a grumpy bitch. And so people just knew that about her. But the way that she would talk, I think I talk a lot like her, like the dry sarcasm sometimes. Some of the things that Sharon would say were just like, what the fuck? It was crazy when I first started seeing her. But when I first started seeing her, It was when I was going through the divorce with my first husband. And I talked about in that episode that there was some fucked up things that he did. And one of them was losing our storage unit. And it wasn't just our stuff that was in there, but it was my whole life was in there. My childhood, my pictures, my mom's stuff, everything.
Because she's gone and
Her whole house worth of stuff was in
Yeah.
there. And he didn't tell me that he wasn't paying it. And so it was sold. And Karen was like, I don't know if this will work, but let's try it. Here is my friend's information. So I called
Sharon.
and she told me, go to this storage facility on this auction day and you're going to look for a guy that looks like this. And then she said, talk to him about your situation and he's going to help you get to the person that purchased that unit. And so he directed us to, I think he directed us to the flea markets where this guy that he knew had purchased this unit sold his stuff. So I go to these things and I find the booths and sure as shit, my stuff is in there. So I'm just grabbing it and I would go to check out. And the lady at one of the spots that we were at, she was like, oh my God, I know him. Let's call him. So she called the guy and he still had quite a bit of my stuff.
So crazy.
He made me obviously buy it back. He also donated a bunch of shit to the Ark. So we went to get all of her stuff from there. It was crazy. Probably a few months later, I came back from lunch at work one day and there was a picture frame laying face down on my desk. And there's a sticky note on it that said, I thought you would like to see this. And it was a picture frame that had a picture of me that they had bought at the Ark.
Oh my God. Like, why didn't she take her photos out? And then you had to tell them the whole story of, you're never going to believe this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, what a gift for her to be able to not only know, but people willing to help you.
So that was my first real interaction with Sharon.
And after that, you're like, yeah, Sharon, I'm a lifer. Sign me up. Okay. And so we know kind of what your intention was for today and what's come out of it. How are you feeling overall with everything she said? I know work is always the biggest stressor in our lives. And so I'm sure hopefully we talked about that giving you relief. Well, how is this experience compared to other ones you've done?
I felt like, if I'm being honest, I feel like we should have done a 2-hour session.
I know. Is that allowed?
I'm not sure. I think she probably would have allowed it, but I just feel like I didn't get enough time with her.
Yeah. Maybe you need to do an hour and I do an hour and we just schedule them back to back or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But it just felt like such a short amount of time. And I have other dead people I want to talk to.
I know.
And other things that I want to know about.
Now I'm addicted and I'm like, who is this and why? Where are they?
So I feel good. It was nice to talk to her.
Because it's been 5 years at least since you talked to her?
No, I haven't talked to her since I was married to my third husband. 2013. It's been quite some time.
More than 10 years. Gosh,
Well,
she just picked up like you guys were besties.
Yeah, and if I'm being really honest, I had a really hard time with Karen's death, and that connection felt weird.
Because Sharon brought up her memorial?
She did today, yeah.
I thought that was strange. Now that I
just-
know you haven't seen her in 13 years.
I just didn't want to be around people that,
No, Karen.
yeah, that missed her too. Because I still have a really hard time with it, but I still message her on Facebook.
Oh, I don't think you're the only one. My brother still calls his wife who passed and leaves her voicemails. Because we kept her number. We pay for her phone number, but I have her phone. But, you know, because that was a healing thing for him.
How do the voicemails get deleted? Because the box gets full.
Yeah, so it's been a whole thing. We had to call Verizon and ask them to wipe the voicemail. And I don't even know if they can do that. I can't remember the result. But through therapy and time, he's doing better and doesn't have to leave our messages anymore.
So next year, I think, will be 10 years for her. Because she died the day after my mom's 10th death anniversary. Dead Mommy Day.
Dead Mommy Day.
So that's why I have 2 Dead Mommy Days back to back.
Yeah. Which we were talking about this earlier because I'm not a dates person. And so when Sharon kept asking me dates, I was like, I don't know. But you are a dates person. Like they mean everything. They have significance. And they're not insignificant to me, but I just don't look at a date on a calendar and be like, that happened on that day.
Yeah.
So how did that start? Because you're not the only one. And I know I just don't care. So I don't understand the significance.
I think that date importance became a thing when I was a kid because the times I was able to see my dad or whatever, like visitation.
Okay.
I think that that's when dates became of importance to me. And then just as I've grown up, birthdays and those things, I mean, now I have to put them in the calendar, and also Facebook is really great because it reminds me sometimes.
Yeah.
But they've always been.
Do you think, so it happened when you were a kid, but do you think it's become of more significance having lost people because you don't want to forget their memory and that helps you?
Yeah, but the shitty thing is like from August until April.
It's not a good time.
No,
Yeah.
because there's birthdays and death days all through there. That's when the bulk of my people died.
It's so hard.
So it's hard. And I guess the feeling of grief varies on the years of loss. It's weird. To me, year 7 isn't like a huge deal. But year 5 was at that point. At year 5, you have no plans left with them. Years 1 through 5, you may have had like things coming up. I had just turned 24 in December and my mom died in March, and so I turned 25, I think.
That's a big milestone.
Yeah, so we had plans. Or when my cousin and his fiance died, their wedding was a couple years out. From years 1 to 5, you still have plans, and then at year 5, you don't have anything left.
Yeah.
And so those dates become important because those are the only days that society and people around you allow you to be sad for them.
I don't like that.
So,
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say about your reading?
It was awesome. And I definitely would recommend her.
Here we go. First thing up on your energy, honey, is talking about karma. And it is in big indulgence at this time. So you are getting a really good dose. With you being happy, I'm assuming this is wonderful karma then. The core of your energy is involving another female. Do we know who she is at this time? She's similar to your coloring.
No.
So this is not a sister. This is not a relative or anything, right?
I have a cousin who's she's a double cousin, and we look like me similar.
Well, I didn't get a hint that it's her, but I'm going to leave that for right now because she, again, looks very similar to you. Behind you is making plans, like the plans are unfolding. Possible future talks about divine love. Directly in front of you, Jenny, is about changes that are going to be happening. Concerns has to deal with successes. Areas involving relationships talks about you being independently and in lead in your relationship. So you're kind of the leader. Your hope energy is to not be in deception. And then the outcome is about empty victories, which means everything is going along smoothly, but you're not overly excited about it. But that's okay. Anyway, this is your warm-up.
Can I talk to my dead people?
Absolutely, honey. You want to start with your mom?
Yeah.
Have you been able to have any signs from her at all?
I think she was around this morning, actually.
Oh, how wonderful.
I know.
Okay, let me get her. Jenny, I've got her.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got her in presence. Go ahead. What would you like to know?
I just want to know what she thinks about my life.
First of all, she says, I love you. She said, it's been a roller coaster. She laughs. She said that you just never stop. She wants to know if you're really happy with Chris, and she tilts her head.
Yes.
Okay. She thinks that you work hard, and she wishes that you had more good times. She wants to know why you don't get to travel very much. Do you not go anywhere?
We haven't for a while, but we'll be able to travel more like in the coming years.
Good, 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 good. She wants that for you. It's like she doesn't feel like you get out much.
Huh.
And she wants you to be able to see the world. It's kind of like she wants you to do that for her.
Yeah.
So she thinks that things are better. She thinks that money is better.
Yeah.
She said
Okay.
she said that she gives you a hug all the time. She sure loves you, honey. She really does.
Ugh.
I don't think she comes as often as she used to. I think it's
No, she
because
doesn't.
she knows that you're doing okay now.
Good.
Do you have any other questions for her?
I don't think.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about your reading.
Yeah, so it was so good.
So, what was the most surprising thing about your reading? Not in something that she said, but something that you went into it thinking and you were surprised by the outcome.
Oh, the whole thing. So I have two. Can I have two? I mean, the whole thing, but also I just have two. Okay, so the first one, when we brought people who wanted to speak to me who had passed forward, there was a third male presence of someone, and I'm very fortunate. I don't have a lot of people who have passed that I know, but I don't know who that person legitimately. I'm going to have to text my friends who I grew up with and be like, hey, who do we know that passed because I'm an asshole? I immediately felt so bad. Here they are, could roam the whole universe, and I don't know who you are. Please leave. I didn't mean them to leave, but just I felt awful because what if I'm the only voice for them ever and I don't know who it is? So that was number one. Because that's not normal, right? Like you have known everyone that has come to visit you.
No, so
Okay, that's never happened to you
no, I've had people show
that you
up.
didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, God, that makes. She should have said that. I feel like she was very much, I'm going to find how he knows you. We're going to figure this out. And I was like, lady, I'm telling you, there's not one there. Or being like, that's okay. This is my voice for Sharon, even though she doesn't sound like it. Sometimes other people just come to visit.
She doesn't talk like that at all.
No. And I don't mean it in a mean way, but that's in my mind. If I was as talented as her, that's how I'd talk.
Okay, what's the other?
The other thing was that she saw me with a kid because my grandma told her that she saw me with a kid
Mhm.
and it wasn't my dog. And so I feel like my grandma's like, stop saying he's your son. And so just interpreting that I can have kids and then I don't need to rule it off the table or something, because it's been all about processing and
Not
grieving.
physically
Yeah,
having a
not
child.
physically having one and grieving that ability.
Yeah.
So those were two very shocking things that I was not planning, but hey, let's just see what happens.
Okay. So, do you just want to go into what your reading was about initially?
The warm up where she pulls cards for categories, and 2 of my 4 were about someone wanting to talk to me. And so I had hoped my family might come and visit because you said your mom visits you. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to put pressure on them, but it would be nice. And at least if my grandma came. And so when she said that, well, so now what do you want to focus for the day? And you were like, I want to know who all those people are that are trying to talk to her. That was weird to just start on that note, because that was the end of my potential topics I wanted to talk to her about. It was like, hey, is anyone there? And instead it was like, let's go now.
How did you feel at the very first part that she did? Were you feeling uneasy that she didn't know what she was talking about, or were you like, I'm nervous because she does know what she's talking about?
No, seeing how that piece went and how yours went, I felt like I could handle it. It wasn't surprising. I liked it. Some of the things she said I felt were true. Some are I don't know. I'm going to have to re-listen to the recording because I don't remember all of them. But I liked that was a good way to get in. And also just like ASMR of her flipping the cards, like to shuffle them.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it just going right into talking to my loved ones. I don't know that I recommend that, but I definitely am going to do it again.
So we did the warm up, and she's like, somebody wants to talk to you. And so talk about the person that, or the people that you had visiting you.
Other than mystery gentlemen.
Gentlemen in the 20s with
Nice.
dark hair and dark eyes.
Say hi. I'm going to try to figure out who you are, but I don't know. My intention was to always ask who wants to talk to me, but I was really hoping that my grandma would want to talk to me, or that she was paying attention and those things, because she was my most favorite human on the planet. So I called her Amma. My first words were Amma. She babysat me. We would play babies. Like, just my favorite person.
Your best friend.
No, just like home.
Yeah.
When you go to hug someone and you just feel home.
Yeah.
I would say that. So
Do
I need a tissue? God, I really thought I was good to debrief. But so I was like, oh my gosh, it's totally going to be her. That's what I figured. And it was. And then when she was like the males, and I was like, well, obviously my grandpa's there if my grandma's here. And so it was fun. I'm sad I didn't get to talk to him, but I felt like I should probably move on, or I don't know the rules. Like I told you, if I knew this woman as a friend, I'd be like, Sharon, what you doing? Can I talk to my grandma? I'll do it another time and I'll get to talk to him. But immediately when she like reaches, she asks for birthdays and all that, it's just tears immediately. And it's so weird because we're on the phone. I've never met this lady. And I'm not in a fragile state about my grandma. But for some reason, when she's like, yeah, she's here.
It's because you previously existed where you didn't have that, like, you didn't think you had that ability.
Yeah, that I can talk to them.
Yeah.
I felt like I could feel her again, or I could, like smell her White Diamond's perfume and all those things. And so it just was joy and sadness and just reliving all of that all over again. And I feel like that's how I've been all day, is just so happy I got to talk to her, but so sad because she's gone. But just a really cool experience for that piece. Anybody that's lost someone, I feel, should
Be able to do
try that. Yeah, because it was just so healing. But it's weird. Oh my gosh. So my mom, she brought up my mom and that she dreams about my grandma. Dude, my mom just will call me and say, I'm missing Amma today, or I saw a sunflower today, or like oh my gosh, that's why it's yellow. So towards the end of talking to my grandma, she said light candles and she's getting the color yellow. And I didn't know because my grandma's favorite colors and her whole outfits and everything. She just loved blue, purple. I'm pretty sure every grandma loves those colors because I love purple and I'm a grandma. So I did not think, why yellow? Those aren't her color. That's not her color. And then I was like, well, yellow is a happy color. Maybe she's just like, you'll look at it and you'll be happy, which she probably would say, yeah, I meant that. But it's because she loves sunflowers. And anytime I see a sunflower, I think of her because growing up, she had a kitchen that was full of sunflowers. And every time she would get something new with a sunflower, like I'd count them all and tell her, like, you have 32 sunflowers. And so that's become like her identity since she's passed. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get it now. See, look at this healing all at once. But yeah, so that part was really cool. And then I feel like we talked a really long time about the whole baby thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I told you this. It wasn't something I was expecting to hear. I just wanted to know what my future family looked like. Do we have my mom come and live with us? What does the family look like going down the road? And it went to babies and we just long time, which I would have, I don't know how to be like, can we move on? But
You can literally just say, okay,
let's move on.
you find a pause and then you say, okay, I have another question. So she says, you're Fertile Myrtle.
Yep. Fertile Myrtle, gotta get it done by September. It makes me feel better when you're like, it's a grain of salt. Some things they're not right about, or
Wait, it's not meant to be, this is what you have to
yeah.
do. But also, I think that September is a decent amount of time for you guys to decide if that's even something that you want to do or if you want to find a person that's willing to do that. So I think that it gives you a little bit of room to decide if that's even something.
Yeah. So we'll see. But that was good. It was so cute how she called mine and Preston's love fine. I just loved hearing that and that it's a happily love. And basically, I just felt like a princess in the narrator reading my book of like, and she lived happily ever after. So I really enjoyed hearing that too.
I think she said I had divine love too.
Dang. That's her word of the day.
Well, no, I think it was a card.
Okay. So, yeah. Overall experience 10 out of 10. But, like, I wish I wasn't crying and sad the whole time. And then looking like I cried all day. But 10 out of 10, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And I think I was never not a non-believer. When you say you did it, I was like, cool, I would love to do that someday. But I don't know what they'll say about me. And are they good at it? And definitely now I'm like a full, you should do it. Even if you just do it once.
Yeah.
Next topic. Like,
The one thing that I've done in this realm that I wouldn't recommend doing is palm reading.
this realm. I love
Like
that.
supernatural.
You just, like, my brain went to, what other realms do you think there are?
I don't know.
What do they look like? You don't recommend palm reading. And why is that?
It could just be the experience that I had because do you remember on 34 there's like a couple of houses in between Loveland and the Johnstown Road? They were white, beautiful farmhouses.
Mhm.
There used to be a gypsy lady that lived in one of them. She was from another country and she lived here and she did palm readings. And so we stopped one day and did it. And
The things she said didn't make sense or they were incorrect.
I don't remember what she said exactly. It felt more kooky to me.
Did you have any doubt in her skills? Because I feel like if I were to go to a psychic and they weren't describing my grandma and saying, I love this woman, or she's sassy, those things giving me personality traits, I'd be like, are you good at your gift? Is this the career for us? But
I think that the other thing was the setting of the home and the
Okay.
way that it was. It felt weird.
okay. All right. I mean, I haven't done that. So I
I
think,
just wouldn't recommend it.
okay. That is, but it's after work hours, so I'm not answering it.
Okay.
What was I going to say? I had a good.
So 10 out of 10 recommend. Are you still crying?
No, it's itchy now.
Okay.
I think we should end the episode with you doing, are you still crying? I think that would be great.
That's how you want to end it?
Yeah. Are you still crying?
God.
Hello?
Okay, hi, Courtney.
Yes.
Alrighty, it's nice to meet you. And
Nice to meet you.
and have you had readings before?
No. I did one tarot card reading a couple weeks ago at Casa Bonita.
Oh,
That
how
was it.
cute! How cute! I didn't know that they did that now. That's wonderful. Okay, so I'm starting this with what your guides have to say first, and then we're going to go from the questions after this belong to you. This starts out with energy about people, and it talks about there is someone from your past that is going to be making a positive influence. It shows that it is a winning connection. So this is a person you haven't talked to in a while. It's a good connection. The core of your energy has to deal with, and I'm going to go to like an experience that was not positive, and it shows it's something that you regret, and that is at your core. So this is something that you're going to go to in your mind. You're going to think about it at some point today. Now, in your past, now this is something that happened recently, is someone that is looking into your life. So this is someone that is, I'm going to say that this is someone on the other side. This is someone that is looking into your life, kind of peering into seeing what you're doing. I think that this is someone deceased. Possible future is the universe, and this is pretty much the universe is listening, and I like that. When the universe is listening, they're pretty much saying, what do you say out loud? What is your affirmations? And what we say out loud is what the universe is trying to manifest. Directly in front of you, have you been feeling tired?
Yes.
Okay, so this is kind of like energy is running away from you, and it could be just because it's springtime and things have not got into gear yet, or the time changed for you, something like that. But it's kind of like take a minute to rest. Concerns are about money flowing. It feels like it is not as in a good, strong flow like it needs to be. Areas dealing with relationships. So this is friends and family. There are things to learn and things to teach. Your hope energy has to deal with divine love. This is something that you are really in search of, things that are not conditional, things that are about love that are just natural. The outcome is that there is something that is coming to a close, and that's a good thing. We want things to always have a beginning and always having an end, and this end is considered something positive. And this is where I'm going to start you. All right. What would you like to know?
I don't know. I feel like it sounds like there's somebody on the other side that really has a lot of messages, or the other people are trying to talk to me. And what are they wanting to share with me?
Well, there's definitely one person in particular, but I don't know who it is yet. So is there someone that you want to make connection to, or...
I only have 3 people that I know that have passed, so I'm interested in seeing who has a message for me.
Oh, well, I can see who it is that was looking into your life. Do you want to see who that was?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look who that is. Okay, I've got one that is an independent female, and then I've got 2 males. Do we know who these people are?
I know one, but I don't know it 2 males.
Yeah, I've got one real independent female, real strong, and then I've got 2 males.
It potentially could be my grandma and grandpa, and then I don't know who the other male would be.
Okay, so the other male, let me see who this is. This is a younger male. This younger male passed at around the age of 20. Do we know who this is? Brown hair, brown eyed.
I do not
No idea?
know.
I'm asking how he knows you. Goodness. Knows you from school. Well, he knew you from school, and that's what he says. I'm asking, how did he pass? Goodness. Abruptly. That's all I get. Abruptly. So I do show grandmother, and I do show Bert.
Okay.
Okay. So grandmother is the one that comes through strongly. Do you have questions, or should I just see what she says?
Yeah, let's see what she says.
Okay. There. Oh my goodness, she is ecstatic that you are talking to her. Ecstatic. She is so happy. She is wanting to remind you of a song. I don't know what, I can't get my head on it.
Is it Cops of Magic Dragon?
I'm asking. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh my goodness. Oh, she is laughing. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Apparently she taught that to you. Apparently that she is laughing.
Oh my gosh.
She said to tell you she is so incredibly proud of you. She is so happy about your life, about your marriage, about how things are going for you. She thinks that everything that you do is absolute perfection. She is so happy for you. She says, is this the only time we're going to talk? She's questioning you.
I hope not. I talk to her in my mind, try to think what she would tell me all the time.
Okay, so just so you know, she can't hear when you're talking in your mind. So she says if you say it out loud, she can answer you. So say it out loud. She said she doesn't want you to ever forget her. She wants to make communication with you more often. Don't forget her. So if you talk to her, she will be able to make connection. So she wants you to know that. Okay?
Okay.
I know this sounds really strange, but she wants you to light candles for her. I don't know why that is. She doesn't make connection to why.
Okay.
Is she a candle person by chance?
No.
Okay. She wants you to light candles for her. And the color that she shows me is yellow.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm.
Do you have any question for her?
Just, I get if she has any other messages or wisdom about if she's seen everything going on in my life, what does she have to share about it?
She sees everything in your marriage, and that is important to her. She sees your household. She just really wants you to know that everything she taught you is valid, and like you're supposed to acknowledge that. These are life skills, and I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I don't know what she's taught you that is considered a life skill.
Take care of the family, like she was the matriarch, so being a strong, independent woman.
And that she is. And she said for you to never fear that. And I don't know, because it's in the fear position, she said never fear that independence. So she feels that everything about your marriage and your household is being run the way it should be run. She's very proud of you.
Well, that's good. Is there anything she wants me to do that I'm not doing, or a direction I should take my life?
Do you have children yet?
No, that was one of the questions I had for you. I don't think I could have children.
Well, she's referring to one.
My dog. I don't-
I think this is referring to a child to come. I really do. I think that she's referring to a child to come.
Okay.
Are you thinking about even adopting if you can't have children?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay, because I think that's what she's thinking is the only thing left to have happen. And when she referred to the dog, she smiled and she's laughing about the dog. But and she has great love for that, but that wasn't what she was referring to. So, do you want me to is there anything you want her to know?
Oh, just that I miss her, and I'm gonna thank her for all of the wisdom she's imparted into my life. I'm just so thankful that she was my grand.
She said, "Don't think that we're done here yet." You know, and she says that with a wink. I love this woman. She is she is she really is special. So she's not done with you, so don't think she is. She just wants you to talk to her out loud.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
All right. Did you have any question for Bert, or shall we move on to your babies?
I think we could just move on to the babies.
Okay.
What my future family looks like.
Why do you think you can't have kids?
I have stage 4 endometriosis, and then I was also diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and Crohn's disease in the last year. And the medications for those diagnoses, you cannot be pregnant. There are options for pregnancy, but in the beginning of the diagnosis, they want to hit it hard. And so my husband and I decided to focus on my health.
Okay. I show you having a gazillion eggs. A gazillion. You're highly fertile. Highly fertile. So I show you having a family. You can have more than one child if you choose, but one is an absolute in your future for sure, no doubt. One is absolute.
It's exciting.
Yeah, no reason to put it off.
It's bestie time.
All right. If you're famous overnight, what's the scandal that got you there? Or like, do you want to pick for me and I'll pick for you? Maybe pick for yourself.
Why?
Because we make our own decisions and that's how we get scandals, right?
I mean, judging by the way that this week went traffic wise, I'm going to say something related to road rage.
Like vehicular homicide.
No, I'm not killing people.
Yeah. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm thinking like Tiger King scandal.
Oh.
Like nice scandal. Big, juicy scandal.
It would have to be like, if you're looking for juicy, the only thing I could do right now is embezzle money.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not doing, just to be clear, everyone, I am not doing that, but that's the only.
It would be like, got away with it for this many years. I would think that my scandal, I want it to be something like fun, but this sounds really dirty and gross, of like the world's largest bunny farm. Just let them fuckers go and see how many can be born, but with guinea pigs.
It doesn't sound good.
It doesn't.
Bunny farm.
Guinea pig farm. Yeah.
That's not scandalous.
It is for the guinea pigs.
Yours would also have to be financially related.
Oh, what if I like filed Social Security for every single one? I was getting a check from the government.
Oh, that'd be.
That would be it. In my guinea pig mansion. That was a weird question.
What is your guilty pleasure song?
Oh, it plays at the end of this movie that I like. I have to look it up. I don't know. I guess does that not make it a guilty pleasure
If you don't know what it is,
what is the movie?
tell me about the movie.
It has Cameron Diaz and Kate Upton.
The Other Woman?
Yeah, it plays at the very end.
I love that. That's a good movie.
I love that movie. What's the movie called? The Other Woman?
Yeah.
Oh, This Is My Fight Song, I think is what
Oh.
it's called.
Oh, yeah, when she gets with Severide.
When she's just sitting on the beach.
Oh, after she threw her ring into the ocean.
Yeah.
She's a good actress, too.
I like Leslie
She's
Mann.
so funny.
Yeah. Let me confirm what that song actually is.
I think you're right.
Because it just starts out so like sad, and then it's I'm powerful, and that's my guilty pleasure song.
Do you listen to it outside of that?
Sometimes. What's your guilty pleasure song?
It's a rap song.
Is it My Milkshake?
No.
Oh wow. Okay. Are you gonna sing it?
No, it's Nelly.
It's cute.
You think he's cute?
Yeah.
He's going to be at the Stampede this year.
Yeah. He's not that cute. All right. So just Nelly in general, or is there a specific song?
Like, Batter Up or
Mm-hmm.
Ride With Me. I can do that one. I just really like to rap.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. Just thinking like the way Cardi B would say that and the way you said that was so different.
That
Yep, that did it. That. Well, I've never been more proud to be your friend, having never heard you rap.
Yes, you have.
All right.
Oh my
So she
God.
says, "You're gonna be okay."
My eyes are itchy.
It's because it snowed and it was gonna be like 80 tomorrow.
Oh, God. That's so much mold.
And not something Cardi B would say. Maybe Elton John. I tried to think of a really old person who sings. Okay.
It's just a lot of mold.
It is.
Barry Manilow.
There you go. That's what Barry would say. What would Barry do? Be upset about the mold.
All right, y'all. We've overshared enough for one day.
Thanks for listening to Tipsy Talks with Jen and Coco, where coping is a personality trait.
If you enjoyed this chaotic little support group,
Share it, subscribe, and come back for more questionable life choices.
we'll be back next week with more trauma and less self-awareness.
I'm sorry, that was good. I'm so proud of you.